explosive finale of Squid Game Season 3 gave fans one of the most emotional and complex character arcs in the entire series. Pink Guard 011, also known as Kang No-eul, played by Park Gi-hun. No-eul was never just another masked enforcer. Her decision at the end of Season 3 shocked viewers, but thanks to insights from series creator Hwang Dong-hyuk, we now know exactly why she made that drastic choice to walk away from the game after everything she had done. It wasn't just about survival. It was about rediscovering something she thought she had completely lost: her will to live. Throughout Season 3, No-eul's journey feels like one long dive into darkness. We learn more about her complicated past that was hinted at in Season 2. She wasn't always a pink guard. Before the brutal life of Squid Game, she served in the Korean People's Army. Her life changed dramatically when she killed her superior and defected to South Korea. Once there, her only mission was to find her missing daughter, who had been left behind in North Korea. Life didn't get easier though. She ended up being recruited as a pink guard to kill eliminated players, all while secretly continuing her desperate search for her family. The turning point for her in Season 3 is emotional and full of high stakes. During the chaos, No-eul fakes identities, kills her own superior officer, burns down the records room, and manages to smuggle out Gi-hun, played by Lee Jin-uk, a player who once worked with her at an amusement park. She discovers that he's also trying to save someone, his sick daughter, and this instantly creates a bond between them. It's like No-eul sees herself in him. She's reminded of her own struggles and what she's fighting for. But just when it seems like things are finally going her way, she reads her own file in the burned-down records room. The report suggests that her husband and daughter may already be dead. That single piece of information devastates her. All the fire she had inside her to keep pushing forward suddenly dies out. She's emotionally broken and at her lowest. It almost feels like she's ready to give up and disappear. But then something unexpected happens. In the final Sky Game, Gi-hun, the main character from Season 1, makes a selfless choice. He sacrifices himself to save another player's baby, someone completely unrelated to him. This act of kindness in a place built around cruelty completely changes No-eul's mindset. Watching someone give up everything not for money, revenge, or survival, but for pure humanity, awakens something in her that she thought she had lost forever. In a recent interview with Netflix, Squid Game creator Hwang Dong-hyuk opened up about why this moment was so important for No-eul. He said that No-eul had been drifting deeper into the night, a poetic way of saying she had almost fully given in to despair. But Gi-hun's sacrifice reignited that flicker of hope inside her. That one choice reminded her that even in the darkest situations, good still exists. And because of that, she decided to choose life again. She decided to walk away from the game, not as a victim or a killer, but as someone who wanted to be human again. The meaning behind this decision goes even deeper. No-eul had already done so much. She saved Gi-hun, destroyed evidence, and risked everything for people she barely knew. But she never saw herself as a hero. She carried deep guilt over losing her family, killing people in the game, and being part of the terrible system. Gi-hun's final moment didn't just inspire her. It gave her permission to forgive herself. To accept that despite everything, she still had goodness inside her. She had done terrible things, yes, but she had also done brave and selfless things. She wasn't just a tool of the game anymore. She was her own person again. What makes her ending even more powerful is that we never get a clear answer on whether she reunites with her daughter. She heads off to China with hopes of finding her, but Squid Game doesn't show us what happens next. And that's the point. Her story wasn't about finding her daughter. It was about healing herself. By the time the credits roll, No-eul has already found something more important than answers: peace. This is what makes Squid Game Season 3's finale hit so hard. Yes, it's full of brutal games and violent twists, but at its core, it's a story about people. About the choices they make when pushed to the edge. No-eul's story shows us that no matter how far you've fallen, there's still a way back. And sometimes all it takes is one act of kindness to light the way. What's also really fascinating is that Gi-hun's decision doesn't just save a baby. It saves No-eul. And through No-eul, it indirectly saves Gi-hun too. That one brave moment creates a ripple effect. That's the quiet beauty of the Squid Game finale. It reminds us that our choices, no matter how small, can have a massive impact on someone else's life. The series might focus on the darkest parts of society: greed, betrayal, violence, but Hwang Dong-hyuk wanted to end Season 3 on a note of hope. In a world that's designed to crush people, characters like Gi-hun and No-eul remind us that humanity can still shine through. That's the real twist ending of Squid Game Season 3. Not who wins or dies, but who chooses to live differently. No-eul's ending is perfect in its own way. It doesn't tie up everything with a neat bow, and it doesn't offer guarantees. But it gives us something real, a sense of redemption. After 3 seasons of pain, survival, and loss, she walks away from the game not as a broken guard, but as someone who still believes life is worth fighting for. And maybe that's the biggest win of all.